You guys ready?
Mm-hmm. Why can't you be normal? Take 4.
Coming at you from the Sacramento Hive, I'm Josh.
And I'm John. Welcome to LocalBeer.Buzz. We talk about those epic beers that you want to try. Hear about them here first. Today we're doing a special, an annual special actually. Today we're doing seasonal winter warmer series.
A series? You shouldn't have.
We surprised each other with some Imperial beers, and we're gonna let you decide which one is your favorite.
Pretty stoked. I had no idea.
No idea.
None. I have no idea what he brought me.
So first up, today, I've got Foam Walker. This beer is from MoonRaker Brewing Company in Auburn, California. This is an Imperial Stout with sea salt.
Sea salt.
And coffee.
And I got Jingle Juice 2020 vintage from Fort Rock. This is also a stout with gingerbread and lactose.
And it's from the year that we do not talk about.
We do not talk about it.
It's like a dead year.
It's like the place that Simba can't go.
Simba can't go there.
Well, shall we?
Yep.
Let's go there. And we're back with beer.
All right, let's check this out. And I should mention that on the first pour of this, it was like almost flat. It is a nitro stout. Generally, nitro stouts aren't as highly carbonated, so they want you to flip the beer upside down into the glass. But with these little pours, you can't really do that. And at the same time, I've had nitro stouts in a can that have more head retention.
The foam just ran away. It was...
Yeah, let's check this out. Super dark, like pitch black.
Looks like a stout.
But yeah, it's more like a flat walker than a foam walker.
Alright, let's take a sip.
The aromatics of it though, right off the bat, I'm getting a ton of coffee, a little bit of chocolate, and I am not smelling the salt.
I'm not smelling salt. I'm smelling coffee and chocolate, mostly coffee, no salt. I'm pretty salty about that.
Yeah, I'm actually not smelling any malt. Normally when I have an Imperial Stout, it's got like a really like sweet malty smell to it, and then a little bit of coffee, but this actually has coffee in it, and it's on nitro, so it's just all coffee on the nose.
Let's dive right in. Ooh, that's good. I get, you know, it's a little bit hot. I get a little bit of that heat, but a whole lot of coffee and just a little bit of chocolate. And actually, a little bit of salt. Teeny. It's like someone just like salt bayed that in there.
I don't get any heat at all. I get a creamy finish on it though. It's actually really creamy, and it's surprising because it doesn't look like it's going to have a very good body to it. It looks like it's going to be pretty thin, but it actually sits on my tongue pretty well. It's got a really nice like creamy cappuccino kind of coffee flavor to it. And yeah, there is some salt in there too. It's like just enough to give it kind of a sweeter finish. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And I agree with you on the body. It has a really good body to it, and it is really creamy. With the lack of head, I'm just like, this is not going to be creamy at all. But I am pleasantly surprised. I do get a little bit of heat on the throat though. It carried through with every sip I had. It's not even that high of ABV.
It's only 8%, and I would say for a winter warmer rating, I'm going to give this like a 6, because two things that I'm looking for are, one, a nice lace that's going to sit on the beer all night so I can continue to drink it and know that it's going to have carbonation. And two, I want more alcohol. 8% is just not doing it for me. So it's about a 6 for me on the winter warmer scale.
I'd agree with that, a 6. I really enjoyed it, but again, it needs more ABV and it needs head retention. There's no lacing on this thing.
Up next,
Jingle Juice! Jingle Juice, Jingle Juice, jingle all the way. No? I am so excited for you to try this beer because my buddy Tyler works at Fort Rock, and he brought me this beer last year during Christmas time. This is a 2020 vintage, and I've been saving it all year just for this.
Wow, I just picked up my beer like yesterday.
You know, your lack of dedication is really insulting.
Well, it did have salt in it, so.
I'm a little salty.
Salt in that wound.
Oof, burn. Let's take a look at this beer.
Yes, it smells great so far. Super pitch black, just like before, and that nice creamy brown head.
You know what that means?
That it actually has better head retention than the first beer we had, which is kind of surprising.
And it is chocolate malt.
It smells actually like molasses. It has molasses in it, right?
Yeah.
Smells like a graham cracker dipped in molasses.
Do you get a little bit of that heat on the nose, or is that just me?
I don't get.
I'm smelling like a very, very strong alcohol smell. It might be because this bad boy is 12%.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not getting any alcohol on the nose. I know it's dangerous though, so I'm a little fearful of these dark waters, but let's dive right in.
Let's dive right in. Oh yeah, that is good. Just coats your mouth in chocolate and gingerbread.
It's actually a very interesting mix because it is chocolate and gingerbread and then like molasses syrup all over the top. But it's really good.
It's like taking a big spoon and digging right into some molasses chocolate gingerbread ice cream.
It really is, and it's not hot, but there's some warmth. Like right away, this is a winter warmer right here. This beer is like the epitome of our show. This is gonna keep you warm all night. You're gonna be partying hard. You're gonna be having a great time. Yeah, this is really good. Surprisingly, it's actually really, really drinkable too. Like, it's not super heavy and it's not super thin. It's just like perfect.
Just right.
Yeah, it's like baby beer's bed.
And the mouthfeel isn't even that thick either. Like it's definitely a little thick, but it's not like overwhelmingly like chugging syrup.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of spice character in there, layer after layer of flavor, and a little bit of breadiness too. There's no hop character, but it's got a nice balanced bitterness to it.
Yeah.
So it's not overly sweet. Like I can continuously drink this. It's just a nice layered beer. This is amazing. This is a 10 on that winter warmer level for me.
I agree. That's a 10.
I might actually crank it up to 11 though.
I see. You just broke that amplifier. Went right past 10 to 11. That's uncharted territory. That's dangerous.
This is really good. I can't stop drinking this. This is great. Like, thanks.
Yeah. Of course. Thank you for bringing your beer, even though I'm a little bit salty.
Don't forget to vote and tell us which one you prefer. And you can pick these up, by the way. Probably not the 2020 edition, but they normally release the seasonal one every year. Fort Rock is really good about that. They know that everybody loves this beer, and they bring it out every November generally.
You might be able to find it in like the dark corners of a Total Wine, but probably not.
Yeah, the 2020 is actually going to be a lot better because I think the first time I had this, it was like super hot.
Yeah.
It just was like hot cinnamon, a little bit of molasses. After sitting in a can for a year, it's actually amazing. This is great.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this. I'm glad I forgot about it in the back of my fridge. I mean, planned ahead.
Yeah, I mean planned ahead. Yeah.
Planned ahead.
Yeah.
Don't forget to smash that like button and tell us which you would rather receive in your stocking.